Hello, this is Inferno016 here, and here's the review of the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Drive Type Wild. Hope you all enjoy. So once you get your figure out of the box, and then after that, take off all the plastics, you get this pretty amazing figure, if I do say so myself. The design and creativity is actually pretty awesome. Reminds me of a Jeep a lot, even with those nice LED, nice crystal part. Of course, like this guy is like from the show Kamen Rider Drive, and this is his power up form, Kamen Rider Drive Type Wild, not Type Speed. And like the belt is actually his own person. I'm pretty sure it contains a guy's mind, but still, like this is a pretty awesome figure. I also like how there's actually Type Wild on the tire, and the tire is like on the side, and all the great detail on it, like all over the body. Like I also love that little bracelet on his arm, which has a shift car, which allows him to transform. And also I really love the back. It's one of the best backs I ever seen in my life. Great design, and I love it so much. And like, you see like all those like little vents, panels. It makes it look like they put a lot of detail into this. And of course, the tire with Type Wild on it, pretty awesome creativity. I love that about Drive so much. And of course, like you also get his Drive Type Wild symbol on the belt, which and you also get some extra shift cars on the side. And on the head, after this camera focuses, you actually can see his symbol on it, and also with nice like little headlight eyes. But again, I really love the symbol on his head. It's nice. And of course, like you also get some nice accessories with this. So for starters, you have the this guy comes with multiple, like 2 sets of grabby hands and 1 set of open hands, and of course neutral hands. But for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna leave the hands as they are, cause these parts right here and the parts right here make it really uncomfortable for me to switch hands, cause like they're pointy. Also like the pegs like for the arm joints seem a little bit too big for the hands. I mean they can fit perfectly fine, but it's just like it's a pain to get them in. And for his grabby hand, you get this awesome sword. And of course, it has a steering wheel, which you can turn to activate, which in the show he uses to activate his attacks. And just to touch his hand, you just like put it between his fingers. Give me a second, please. There you go. It looks pretty dang cool. Let's let the camera focus, and awesome. And of course, the steering wheel can turn, so you can recreate a bunch of scenes. But also, you see like there's a little thing on top of here, which if you see is like a little device right here, you could take the shift car, and in the show, the shift car is like one of the main things that this rider can use in order to change forms and or tires, which we'll get to later. And for this, you can plug the shift car in here, and be careful. Like these are like for like big hands like me, is kind of difficult. And if you can't focus, you can see the shift car is in there, so you can activate like special, more powerful attacks. With this sword, you can get some pretty awesome poses, which I'll try to get better at in the future to improve these videos. You can see on his belt, you also have 3 other shift cars, which they actually can take out, but because like they're like so small and I have giant hands, I'm gonna leave them in just in case, so that way I don't lose any of them. I'm trying to play it safe here. This is a really awesome figure. I don't want to lose anything about him. Since this is actually like an upgrade for the original Kamen Rider Drive, and since it comes with a new weapon, you actually get these alternate hand pieces for the original form, which is Kamen Rider Drive Type Speed, and this is Wild. So at these hands, you actually can like get Type Speed to hold a sword. in case you want to do some more poses with that. But those hands and that weapon isn't the only thing it comes with. Of course, he also comes with another tire, which is called the Rumble Dump. And we're gonna transform it right now, which is gonna be like replacing the shift car on his bracelet, the wild symbol on his driver, and of course a tire on his forearm. So let's take care of that right now. And you just put the drill in here, and now you have Kamen Rider Drive Type Wild in this Rumble Dump mode. Man, that sounds a little bit weird. Or in this mode, you can see that Kamen Rider Drive Type Wild's tire has changed into a different one, and it gained this awesome drill. But I just want to tell you right now that this isn't a deal breaker, but for some reason, my tire to this guy does not stay on at all. I don't know if it's like a problem with this or a problem with that, or like they like have a horrible mistake with it. But for some reason, every time I try to plug the tire in, it does not plug in at all. And also, just a little warning. The drill does not plug in at all. It just like wobbles around, and you can't really have it on this side because of the shift car and the brace. So you try to have like this. It just looks a little bit weird. It looks like I don't know. It kind of looks like he's about to go fix some teeth. All right, don't stay still. It is not actually impossible to get the drill right. As you see, I was able to get him in a nice pose. And also, you also get like a closed shift card which you can put on his little belt storage with the other shift cards, which I will not do that to protect it. So let's get the guy back to his original form and start with the articulation. His head can move up and down, is on a ball joint, so you can little swivel right here. I'm not taking the joke. He has a little chicken action. His arm can rotate 360. He has a butterfly joint, and his shoulder pad can move up. That way you can move it up. He a bend at the elbow. His wrist is on a peg, so it can rotate around there and put it back there. And also, like, his other side is illuminated because of that tire. Still same articulation. He has an ab crunch and an arcing back. He has a problem with his waist, but I think that might be my fault. You can move his like little things down, which allows him to kick up high. He can't really move his leg back that far, but he has a pretty good spread for a figure. I'm not being a creep. He has a double knee bend, and also like that little grave. His foot can move up and down. Can like rotate. Has a nice pivot, and a toe bend. Articulation wise, this is a pretty good figure, but also for size comparisons, here's just my Dragon Zord. I'm trying something out new. Leave a like if you like it or not. I need some advice. Overall, this figure is absolutely amazing. This is like a great addition to the collection. If you have Kamen Rider Drive type speed, this will be pretty awesome for it. This is the end of my review. Don't really forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share my videos. This is Inferno Zero signing off. See you guys next video.